Hi, I'm Zoe Jones and welcome to my yoga practice. Now I will show you another sun salutation or Surya Namaskara, and this time we're going to look at the classical one. So it's the sun salutation A, but this time when we are in downward dog, we're going to be raising our legs and moving into a low lunge. And that's really sort of getting the hip flexors warmed up. And you can add this into a routine where you do maybe sun salutation A a couple of rounds, sun salutation B for a couple of rounds, and or you could do classical then B, or B then classical, however you wish to do it. And you might have noticed in one of my videos that I did do that. I used the sun salutation A, then I used the classical sun salutation, and then for my third round I put a high lunge in instead of the low lunge. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. Remember, you've got the blocks if you need them, and I will give you some modifications as well if you need them. Okay, so feet hip width apart, putting a micro bend in the knees if you need to, tucking the tailbone in. So with this, I just put my hand on my lower belly, on my back, and then just force my hips forward. And then I bring my shoulders back and down, hands out to the side, really connecting with my breath, becoming present. Imagine the roots coming up over my feet, feeling my physical form on the mat, feeling the little toes, the big toes, and the heels really grounding down. And then as we inhale, we come up, bringing our hands high, looking up at our hands up to the sky. And then as we exhale, we hinge forward, bringing our chest down towards your thighs, coming into swan dive and forward fold with your gaze in between your legs, and then inhale up, half forward fold, so bringing your back flat. Remember, you've got the aid of your blocks, your bricks, or you can bring your hands to your legs. And then exhale, plant your palms down, coming back into a plank. So bringing your hands back, making sure your bum's down, not too high or not too low. And you really engage in the core, engage in the buttocks and the thighs, really focusing. And then you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, you come down. Now you can put your knees down if you wish. I would if you feel it on your lower back. And then exhale down. And then inhale, sliding your hands forward, coming up into Sphinx. Now we're only warming up, so I would start off with a Sphinx. If not, you could quite happy go into a full cobra or a low cobra. So we're going to stay in Sphinx, and then exhale, plant your palms down, tuck your toes under, and then come up, bringing your hips nice and high, engage in that core, pressing your heels down to the ground, using your hands to press, distributing the weight evenly through your hands and your feet. And then we're going to inhale. As we do, we're going to raise our left leg up, bending at the knee and bringing it all the way through towards your chest, sort of leaning forward. As you lean forward, you kind of engage in the core, and then bringing your foot all the way forward. And then as you exhale, you're going to lower your hips down. Now, you can bring your blocks to your mat here if you so wish to come up straight, so you're lengthening the spine. Or you can raise your hands up, or you can bring them to your body, either your legs or your hips. Oops. And then coming up, inhale as you lengthen, exhale, bring your body forward, remembering not to lean too far forward on your knee, so it's nice and you've got a nice rectangle here, rectangle, 90-degree angle even. Oh dear. And then exhale down, tucking your rear toe under, and then you're bringing your body up nice and high, bringing your leg back through into our downward dog. And once again, just taking a couple of breaths here. And as we inhale on the next one, bringing your leg high, your right leg, so the opposite one, bending at the knee, bringing it all the way through, keeping your body high, engaging your hips, engaging your core even, and then lowering your rear knee down, and then coming up, and then exhaling, moving your hips forward, not too far forward that you're just stacking your back, but really bringing your gaze upwards, breathing evenly. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring your hands down, and then we're going to come back into our downward dog. Couple of breaths here. Then we're just going to walk forward into our half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. And then coming up vertebrae by vertebrae into our extended mountain pose. Bring your gaze up and your palms together. And as you exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And then release your hands out to the side in Tadasana, our mountain pose. And then we're going to go again. So inhale up. And then exhale down. Into our forward fold with your gaze down. You can have your feet together or far apart, it's up to you. Inhale up, half forward fold, bringing your back flat, making sure you're not rounding your shoulders coming back as well. Exhale, plant your palms down and come back into our plank, holding it nice and high, focusing, holding it for a couple of breaths, and then leaning forward, exhaling into a four-limb staff pose or our chaturanga. You can also hold this as well if you need to. If not, release your body to the ground and then come up into our cobra, and then tucking the toes under. Exhale, back into downward dog. Inhale the left leg up, keeping your hips nice and square, keeping your shoulders nice and square, bending at the knee, coming all the way through, keeping your body high. Go up on your toes if you need to, bringing your knee up, holding it, and then allowing your feet to stack at the front. Make sure it's stacked over your ankles. You've got that 90 degrees here, and the back is flat. You're not too far up. You're nice and down. And then we're going to lower our knee down, and then inhale up into our low lunge. Breathe in and inhaling up. As you exhale down, plant your palms down, and then bring yourself back up into downward dog. So hips nice and high. You can also walk the downward dog out. If not, just press against your hands on the floor, which is then going to make your heels press down. Feeling the stretch in the backs of the legs and the knee, well, backs of the calves and the knee. And then inhale, bring your right leg up, raise it up as high as you can. Making sure you're not turning your body, you are keeping your hips nice and straight. Bend at the knee, bringing it all the way through to your chest, keeping your body high, and then stacking your foot at the front, and then lowering your back, your rear knee. Inhale up, and as you exhale, move your hips forward, gazing up towards the sky. You might sort of go off balance, so you've got to really concentrate and focus. Inhale up, down. And then as you inhale, exhale down. On your inhale, you're always lengthening. On your exhale, you're always sort of coming downwards and relaxing. And then bring your leg back to meet the other one. And then what you can do, you can either walk forward or you could do a kind of bunny hop into a half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. So dropping your head down. You can bend at the knees if you need to, bringing your chest closer. You can also bind your hands behind your legs, straightening them up or keeping it bent is entirely up to you. And then coming up vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and easy, nice and steady. Into our extended Tadasana, and as we exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, one more time. Inhale up, a bit faster this time. Exhale down. Swan diving all the way down. Inhale up, half forward fold. As we exhale, plant your palms down, bringing your legs back into plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your body forward and all the way down, holding it nice and engaging the core. And then inhale up into cobra, shoulders back, tucking the toes up, coming up nice and high into our downward dog. Remember, from cobra to downward, if it's putting too much pressure on your back, please come up onto your into downward dog from your knees. Okay, inhale, bring your left leg up. Bend at the knee, bringing it all the way through, stacking at the front, lowering your rear knee, coming up, raising your body, lengthening your spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring your body forward, your hips forward, gazing up. And as you inhale in, you just sort of lengthening the spine. As you exhale, you're bringing your hips forward, make sure they're square. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, plant your palms down and bring your body, your leg back to meet the rear into our downward dog again. Pressing your chest down towards your thighs, keeping your hips nice and high, engaging the core, looking up. I know I keep sort of looking down, but you've got to relax your head. Just relax your head, looking up at your navel, then inhale your right leg, bringing it up, square your hips, coming all the way through into our lunge position. Lower your rear knee down, coming up, lengthening the spine on the exhale, bringing your hips forward. Gaze up. Your gaze is called the drishti as well, so if I ever say drishti, we're on about the gaze here. Keeping focus. Inhale up, exhale. Plant your palms down, coming back, pushing yourself back into downward dog. And once again, inhale, bring your feet in to meet your hands so you can bunny hop or walk them in. Inhale, and as you exhale, down into our forward fold. Into our forward fold, releasing your head, relaxing, binding if you need to behind your legs. And if you're feeling good, then keep your legs straight, and it's really sort of getting the stretch in the backs of into your hamstrings, and then coming up vertebrae by vertebrae, bending in the knees, bringing your body tall all the way up. Bring your hands together in extending mountain pose as you exhale, hands to heart center. And then release your hands to the sides in mountain pose. And that is our classical sun salutation with a lunge. And I really feel like my hip flexors and my hips are beginning to open. And so this is a really good one if you are going into kind of back bends or any sort of asanas like that, really working out the hips or hip opening sequence. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have loads of videos, not just on yoga, but on hypnosis and NLP as well. And I wish you a good day. Namaste.